studio where you learn creativity and collectibles.
That's right, and in today's video we got these awesome looking collectible mini busts from Gentle Giant. We got Bistan from Rogue One.
And then Kanata.
So let's go ahead and jump into the box art. You got an image of the bust here on the front, some images of him on the sides as well, and then on the back you have an image of him from the actual movie. And then we also got Kanata.
So same thing with Bistan, you have the glam photo on the front here, and on the very back you guys can see that you have a photo of her from the movie. So when you open the box, you have the certificate of authenticity right here.
On the front you can see they got images of the busts, Star Wars collectible mini busts with their different names and the Gentle Giant logo. And then on the back you've got the Star Wars logo, the name of the bust, and you've got the limited edition number of these sets. Very cool to have these little certificate of authenticities. I like how they're kind of like baseball cards. We got a few of these mini busts before.
Mandalorian.
We got the Mandalorian. We got the hologram Darth Maul.
Zombie Deadpool.
Once we get these out of the box, we'll put them all down and kind of show them for scale. Those are the cards though. Let's go ahead and get the figures out of the box. Nice. Oh, this guy looks awesome.
What?
Look at all the little wrinkles. Very cool. We'll give you a quick preview. Kanata.
And then right next to him, Bistan, as you guys can see there.
Oh, these guys are awesome. Oh, he's just amazing. Who should we do first?
Let's do,
that guy. All right, we're gonna start with the Bistan mini bust from Gentle Giant. This thing is packed with details. It's gonna look really cool on there next to Mando. Let's go ahead and jump into this review.
So starting off with some like first impressions and cool features I'm noticing, looking at it, is the main thing about him is that he actually has like 4 elements right here in his eyebrows that come up, kind of cool, and then his mustache here, and then his hair coming out of his sleeves on his arm.
Right, the hair feature just takes it to a whole nother level. The way his eyebrows got this huge chunks of hair coming up, the mustache is really cool, and then as you work your way down even more, you can see hair coming out of his wrist area, underneath his jacket. And as you're looking at the hair areas, you notice the incredible amount of detail in the sculpt. It looks really, really lifelike, both in the sculpt and the paint job.
I really like the sculpt. I especially like how they sculpted it so it looks like his hair kind of is combed back, as you guys can see. They also had like a base color, like a peach, I guess you could say. And then did a dry brush of like some grays and blacks to really give that hair feel.
Right, it does. It looks like he's got hair slicked back, and the dry brush really sells that look. And then as you move down into that face, you can see like he's kind of got like a bearded look, and then you got all these folds in his skin, around his neck, here on the bottom of his chin, and then when you look into the actual portrait on his nose, his lips, ton of details in the sculpt with the wrinkles. That face is phenomenal.
I also really like the details of his nose, as you guys can see, even in the crevices in his nose and even in his lips where you guys can see the different colors.
Then as we move down into the suit, it's packed with details. You've got all these straps, zippers, buckles, vents. I like the way they've got the different changes in colors from the dark green to the lighter green. And then you got these metallic areas. The paint job on the suit is really nice. You got all these wrinkles, you got some dry brushing, different tones of greens. On the back here, it's really nice the way they incorporated his suit into the base. You can see here on the sides, the buckles fall into the base, and then on the very back, this backpack falls down onto the whole entire back of the base. You got more straps back there. It's really impressive. The level of detail on the sculpt and paint on this is some of the best I've seen in these Gentle Giant figures.
His suit's very impressive, and so is his rifle with the scope and everything.
Yeah, the rifle's got some nice details too. You got the scope on top. He's got his finger on the trigger, holding the end of the rifle in his other hand. And his hands have some really nice details too. Aside from that hair popping out, which is a really nice touch, you got nice details in his fingernails, the definition in his fingers, really nice sculpt. This piece is awesome.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite busts. I can't wait to show them next to Mando. Stick around, we're gonna bring our other busts down and have them together. But let's go ahead and jump into the next one.
Moving on to Kanata, and where we're looking at the box, we notice that it actually tells us what movie it's from, which in this case is The Force Awakens. Starting at the base, you have some keys right here. Right next to them, you have a radio type thing that she has attached onto her waist. And moving around her waist, you have all these little pockets and the cool belt buckle. On the other side of her waist, you have her bag, And then moving up, you have a blue sweater with so much detail in it.
Her outfit's really nice. She's got that blue long sleeve on, which has really nice details in the texture, and you can see some dry brushing to really bring out the highlights, and you got the darker colors down in the crevices, as well as the vest she's wearing. The vest looks really, really well done. You got this darker and lighter tones, especially along the back. You can really see the details there.
Moving up to her arms and portraits, you have all these things on her wrist right here. So you have some kind of jewelry, gold metallic metal thing here, a disc, and then some other bracelets.
Yeah, the accessories on her wrist are really well done. Painted well, sculpted well. And you got the flesh tones moving up her arm, which look really nice. And then moving into the portrait looks really, really cool.
Looking at her glasses, they have some kind of like acrylic piece that actually looks like it's magnifying the glasses here, which is really cool. She got some really nice details in her fingers. You have all the rings on her fingers, and it looks like she's adjusting her glasses.
She's got all these wrinkles around her mouth. Nice paint job. You can see kind of speckles up along her neck. You can see a different color in her lips, and she's even got this really nice little sculpted holes where her nose is. Yeah, she's really cool. Bistan definitely takes the prize out of these two. His level of details is on a whole nother level.
Especially with his fur too.
Right, and also just so you know, they also on the bottom here, as you can see, they got the limited edition number handwritten. Very cool. These are awesome pieces. Now let's go ahead and see how they stack up against our other mini busts from Gentle Giant. They're all about the same scale. Here, line them up like this.
Comparing these all together, I think that some of my favorites in the mini bust that we own are probably gonna be Deadpool and the Mandalorian, because all their cool features, and especially in the Mandalorian when he has a fire shooting out. And I especially also love on Deadpool all the details in his muscles, the blood, and all the details in his rips and tears.
These are really cool. I can't wait to add these to our Star Wars shelf. That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And I think Bistan and Mando are probably my favorite ones.
I think that my favorite one is probably Deadpool because I'm a sucker for Marvel.
Alright guys, that's it for this review of the Bistan and Kanata mini bus from Gentle Giant. They cost 120 bucks. You find them on Gentle Giant's website. If you want to add these to your collection, as always, check for links in our description.
If you guys like our videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Fine Tip Creative Studio.